Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. This is a very, very important video, guys. I am not just saying that, and I suggest you watch this entire video throughout. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet for you all, but I'm going to be telling you why a perhaps $1 trillion market cap for Cardano is actually more achievable than I think a lot of you out there may think. Not only that, if Cardano reached a $1 trillion market cap, it would have a price of $31.94 with its supply kind of staying the same. We know that the supply is indeed going to go up, so that's sort of a nice round or a nice figure for you to kind of focus on and gives you kind of an idea of where that's going to go. Now, before you guys start hitting the keyboard furiously saying this is clickbait, this is nonsense, let me make the argument for why I actually believe that this is not only likely, providing that Cardano achieve the things that they have set out to do, but in fact, very, very possible. It's realistic. Lots of people say this is an unrealistic price prediction. Let me tell you right now, I'm not talking about the end of the year, them reaching this price. I'm talking into the future, 5, 10 years down the line. We're going to look at a number of things that are going to kind of solidify why it is that I think this. So pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a video I'm very excited to give to you, and hopefully some of you will find some worth in it. Now, we can see Cardano today, and we're going to talk about where Cardano is today and give you a general update towards the end of the video. I'm going to get the important information out of the way. The first thing I want to do is play a very short clip of Charles Hoskinson talking about the future of not only Cardano, but blockchain. So we're going to get straight into that now before I then give you my reasons exactly why it is I believe, a $1 trillion Cardano is actually very achievable.
Neck and neck for building these amazing engines that are going to process billions of transactions every year, if not more, containing collectively trillions of dollars of value. We're future-proofing programmable finance. And this financial operating system is going to be...
Very short clip, guys. I didn't want to spend too much time. We played a longer version of that clip in a previous video that we brought out a couple of days ago, but it was sat on my mind. It's been sat on my mind when I've been working. I've been thinking, how can I really get across to you guys why it is I believe something like Cardano could indeed, gain $1 trillion in terms of market cap. We're not going to spend this video talking about inflation and why the dollar's getting inflated and its buying power's going less, which would, mean that $1 trillion isn't actually that much anymore. I mean, $1 trillion is a lot of money, of course, but if you take into account the fact that they've printed trillions and trillions to combat the kind of situation we found ourselves in, it's like a millionaire today is not what a millionaire would have been 20 years ago. A millionaire today is considerably poorer than what a millionaire was 20 years ago. So the first thing that I want to do, guys, is I want to take you over to Amazon. Now, we've viewed this chart on a number of occasions, and this essentially was your 2017. Bitcoin had a similar version. We spoke about why we believe Bitcoin has indeed bottomed. We're going to touch on that in a second, but I really want to get the important stuff out the way of. So this is Amazon back in sort of 1990 to 2000. So it started in 1998 all the way to 2000s. This is like your 2017 moment where, Amazon essentially went all the way up to sort of $1.07 and then all the way back down to like $6. Then from there, it continued to grow. Amazon today, I think, is valued at around about 1.6 trillion. Now, why is it that I'm comparing something like Cardano to something like Amazon? Well, the internet was really the revolution that we're focusing on in this case. And what came out of the internet were internet stocks, sort of the dot-com boom and the companies that were involved in that. Today, you have blockchain technology, which is the revolution, and you have cryptocurrencies, which are the byproduct of this technological revolution. And I see immense similarities. And what Charles spoke about there was that these were going to be the operating systems that are essentially going to, essentially going to run entire infrastructures. Something like Cardano, something like Ethereum, something like Algorand, something like perhaps Tezos, Cosmos, we can go on and on and on, are the building blocks of the future. They are going to be the very infrastructures that run entire financial sectors, social sectors, government sectors, you name it, supply chains, you name it. And to if something like Cardano, and we know we've got smart contracts, Alonzo testnet's been rolled out a couple of days ago. That is, we're going to have a series of testnets before we then have the mainnet in September, all being well. This is essentially going to allow smart contract capabilities. This is huge for Cardano. Not only are they proof of stake, they'll be beating Ethereum in that way, but they're also... We could go on and on about how much of a great sort of product Cardano is. But what I'm really trying to focus on is really just telling you, exactly where I think this would go. And let's quickly switch to a bigger time frame so I can kind of perhaps show you the similarities. Now, this was your .com boom for Cardano. Cardano unfairly kind of came out in 2017, or certainly hit the markets in 2017. A bit of a rough time. But essentially, it has then climbed from there. And in my opinion, is going to keep climbing in a similar way that Amazon did. We can see this is essentially what happened. And, we talk about these horrific drops and how, this is all over for crypto, like all these crypto YouTubers were turncoating and saying. Amazon had these frequently. Volatility is part of any emerging market. We could have also have looked at Dell. Somebody shouted out Dell in the comment section. But you can see here, and let me highlight it. This was your .com boom. And look what happened after. It's irrelevant on the charts at this point, guys. Today, Amazon is valued at $1.6 trillion. What Cardano is trying to do is more than be an e-commerce site, more than be a marketplace. They could actually accrue more value than something like Amazon down the line. If you equate the fact that the US dollar, when you're looking at charts, you're really just comparing an asset or a commodity or whatever it is to the US dollar. The US dollar is going to continue to get weaker. So regardless of, anything, if you just based it on the fact that Cardano is getting stronger and the US dollar is getting weaker, it's going to go up on that front. You have not seen... People think, $1 trillion, come on, dude. And we've been saying this for a long time now. And the reason we've been saying it is not because we want to entrap you into these videos. It's because I believe it. Now, I believe the bottom is in for Bitcoin. We said that on yesterday's video. Lots of people disagreeing with me and saying it's not that significant. But to me, guys, this looks like a bottoming structure, or certainly the start of a bottoming structure, not a kind of hanging branch structure, which you usually slip to the downside of. We are in a triangle. Bitcoin does look, certainly on the 4-hourly, like it's doing just fine. Cardano looks very similar. I mean, Cardano's just it looks like it's already recovering. And we've said we've been accumulating heavily throughout this dip for a reason. I understand where this technology is going, but my risk to reward situation is different to yours. I can afford to risk everything and lose it. I will be okay. I don't have many financial commitments. I have a few, but, I also own a business so that I can kind of... You get where I'm going, guys. The main point of this video is to broaden your horizons. Understand, and seriously, Charles summed it up so brilliantly. That's why I had to play that clip again. It's been playing on my mind, and I've been thinking, how can I portray to you guys out there what you were a part of? People get so bogged down on the short-term time frame. Get the hell away from the short-term time frames, ladies and gentlemen. Do not try and be a trader. Why would you trade these markets when they are exceptionally volatile? Most traders that trade these markets lose money. What makes you think, and there's people that come into this space with no prior experience and even doing technical analysis or charting or you name it, and they go, I'm going to try my hand at trading. Bad idea, That's like trying to be a bull rider when you've never got on a bull before. You're going to get thrown off and hurt, Anyway, that's really what I have for you in this video. Let's take a quick look at Cardano on a 4-hourly. It looks great, guys. It's doing exactly what we said. We could have been wrong. Let me just make this very clear on the Bitcoin bottom call. However, I have personally taken that bet and entered positions accordingly. And what you decide to do with your money is your kind of own decision. We spoke to you in yesterday's video about how we thought this was the sort of ABC correction for Bitcoin before we then, continue in our bull run. People didn't really think that was significant news. Somebody actually said that I was, clickbaiting them by saying it was breaking news. I think it's pretty significant if Bitcoin's bottom, because this is confirmation for me, certainly. I don't know about you guys, that we are going to continue in this bull run. And, great things are coming. But just remember that, guys. Remember what Cardano is actually trying to do here. If they are successful, to think that they're going to get to $1 trillion in market, which would give you a price of $31.94, isn't that unattainable? Right now, you're currently valued at $1.79. So $1.79. And going up as we speak on this video. We said Cardano looked great. We said it in yesterday's video. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Understand what you're a part of. And I do not want... Look, you can see how you're now piercing through this resistance. And we did say you were going to keep climbing. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. The future is here, and you right now on the other end of this screen have a opportunity to be a part of it. That I cannot suggest anything, I can't recommend anything, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would be upset if normal people, genuinely upset, if normal people like myself, the retail guy, the guy that always gets nothing but, regulations and nothing but, a bad deal thrown his way, miss out on the opportunity that is setting up right now, not just for Cardano, for the entire crypto space. Spoke about a $1 trillion Cardano. The entire market is only valued at $1.7 trillion. It has not yet been green-lighted by the traditional financial world. It is going to get there. Decentralized finance, which we've not spoken about, which Cardano has not yet got a DeFi built on top of it, it's all coming, is going to be huge and disrupt a multi-trillion dollar already existing legacy system. Wake the hell up, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I might be wrong. Let me say that right now. I could be wrong, but I have the same way we've been coming on here during this dip when everyone's been fearful. You've had YouTubers turncoating and selling their crypto and doing this and that. Really doing, let's talk about that before anybody says that I'm hating. Really doing what they feel is best. I'm not. That's absolutely fair enough. All the credit to them for being honest, if anything, and telling you what they actually feel. But yeah, let's move away from that. So this is what this video is really about, guys. The possibility of Cardano reaching a $1 trillion market cap isn't out of the realms of possibility, and a $31 Cardano is nowhere near out of the realms of possibility. Certainly if you equate the fact that, $1 trillion isn't what $1 trillion was 10 years ago. We're moving to a world where we're going to soon start having trillionaires pop up. We have billionaires right now. Years ago, that was pretty much unheard of. You might have had a couple in the entire world. Now, they're frequent. If you understand the macroeconomics of everything, you understand what this technology actually brings to the world and what it's going to lead to, and the fact that governments, entire countries, legacy systems, hedge funds, traditional financial people are going to have to get on board with this. There is no escaping it at this point. It's like opening Pandora's box. Once you open it, you're in trouble, huh? All I have for you in this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Quite a passionate one, because I just feel like this is super important, guys. It really is important that people understand this and, do what you want with your own money, guys, but I'm taking advantage of this, and I'd like to see the everyday man and woman do the same thing. Thanks a lot for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. We'll see you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.